Welcome to Vacation Vibes Live. Go ahead and pour up something, grab a snack, and sit back and relax because we are about to get into the tea. Tell a friend to join us here. The live is starting soon. Do you have a question for me? We will always have a Q&A section during the chat, so have them ready. Hey best friends, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and say hi in the chat. I want to talk to you. Hey guys, what's going on? Hello. Get in the room. Hi. Oh, y'all are on time for the tea tonight. Y'all said there's tea to be had. I'm going to be in the live on time. I just announced it like 30 minutes ago. Y'all are straight to the point. Okay, let me put on Instagram that we are live. Excuse me, so the other best friends don't miss out. We are live. Click here. I was just in the Fabster's Life first live ever tonight. They went on about 15 minutes ago, and they're still on right now. So if you are one of those people who like to watch like everybody's lives, go over there, say hello, drop in there, give them a thumbs up on their live. I wish I was able to watch it tonight and participate, but I have to do my own live. So shout out to them. We love them. I love Fabiola and Jeremiah and Jaden and Sissy, aka Annalise. They are the best. I hope you have your drinks ready to go. And let's get it. Okay, let's get into some of these comments. Hold on one second. Y'all know how this goes when it's time to actually get into the comments. It's always ridiculousness. Hold on. Go ahead, y'all. Y'all say your hellos. Hit the thumbs up button. And then, Shantae, hey girl. Shantae, I was just showing my friend the videos of us at work, being really done on Snapchat, with that filter. Let's do that again, shall we? I miss working with you. Okay. And then while you guys are saying hello and whatnot, Noemi's in the chat. Shout out to that. My moderator Shania's in the chat. What's going on? Where is my, okay, copy. Anyway, I also want you to just go ahead and ask questions about that first blog because y'all have been hitting me up on YouTube and on Instagram in the DMs, like trying to find out what is the actual factual tea. And we're going to talk about it tonight. So I want to know what y'all want to know first off. And yeah, let's see, did I put the right thing in there? We're going to find out. Oh, that's not what I wanted to put in there. That is not the right thing. Sorry, guys. Okay, bye-bye. You know, OBS is the bane of my existence. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you on this here today. Where's my chat? Oh, God. And I see everything delayed on my TV. I'm like, look at this idiot on TV. It's me. I'm the idiot. At least my mic is on this time, you know, because we've had issues with that in the past. Okay, live chat, we coming. Paste. Boom. Oh, there's one thing I want to check out before we get to the tea, and I want to see how many new channel members we've gotten since I got back from the trip, because I think y'all were so eager to get the tea that y'all are like, I'm getting a channel membership, and thank you very much for joining, being a best friend for life. We love that. We're all best friends, but my channel members are especially, like, they're getting invited to my wedding, best friends, you know what I'm saying? So, all right, let's see, all members. We had, oh, wow. Okay, we got about 10 new channel members, so welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We love to see it. So y'all already kind of know what the tea is because y'all got to see it early, about a week ago. So shout out to that. We love the new channel members. Welcome to the family, guys. Yay. Okay, let's get into the chat. We tripping always up first, talking about we are here for the vibes. Welcome back, guys. I hope you had a fabulous birthday, by the way. Yes, LaKenya says, hey, everyone. Atandria says, hello, all. Jen says, my girl Jen, don't forget to help our girl out and hit that like button. Thank you very much, darling. Ty says, hello, I'm here for all of the vacation vibes. Aren't we all? What's going on, Ty? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shadai says, I'm loving this loading sequence. Thank you. Trying to make it look all seamless and professional, whatever. I do my best. Pretty girl says, hey, girl. I've been waiting on this live. Oh, girl, it's about to go down. Oh, we're about to get into the sticky icky. Ooh, and I might got some other sticky icky that's like a little unrelated, but also from the cruise. So stay tuned. I am Sin says, hey everyone, how you doing, Vanessa? I'm doing good. Happy to be back in here with you guys. We're getting back to the weekly lives. Don't worry, I missed you guys. It's been a while. Paul, hi Paul, welcome back to the chat. It says hola from Toronto. What's going on, Paul? Here's Shantae talking about hey girl. Pam Hill says notifications are on. Yes, we love to see it. On deck with CB. Hi all. Hello on deck. CB. Ali D says hey with the heart emoji face. Hello. Yvette. Hi Yvette. Hello everyone. How you doing? Noemi, here she goes. Everybody say hi to Noemi. Yes. Get excited. An original best friend up in the house. Paul says 35 days till my Virgin Odyssey cruises. Ooh. Oh, I forgot. Paul is doing like a side to side. He's gonna get on Virgin and hop over to the Odyssey, which is like a dream side to side. That's awesome. I can't wait to be back on Virgin, and I can't wait to try the Odyssey. So you report back in 35 plus days, okay? Jen is hollering at Noemi. January says hi, Vanessa. Hi, January St. James. Michael says, hey, bestie. Hi, best friend. Emmanuel. Hello, Vanessa. Hi. Jen says, I have got to. No. Jen has been on fire. She needs to know what is happening, what is going on. Michael says, I was just about to DM you, see if you was on. I'm here. We made it. Allie just says, first off, how are you doing? Oh, thanks for asking. And while I'm answering, I'm going to grab my laptop charger so we don't have a blackout. I'm doing well. I'm doing good. It took about a week to recover from that trip. As far as the drama that I'm going to talk about tonight, as far as it's going, I'm doing all right. We'll discuss, and I kind of want you guys' opinion too. Like, I want to talk about this. I want this to be a two-way conversation because, I can perceive a situation as one way, but maybe you guys have been in a similar situation and it was completely different from you. So I would love to know what you think. I've talked about it with my friends in real life, my real friends in real life, and they all have the same stance. So I'm very interested to see. Oh, see, there goes my lighting. Here we go. Y'all know how we do over here. Technical difficulties all live long. There we go. Pretty Girls has a question. Which do you like better, Horizon or Celebration? Ooh, that's a good question. Based off of my experience, Horizon. Horizon was a trip that I'll never forget. But based on the ship, I routinely tell people that they need to, if they're going to cruise Carnival, to cruise XL class, Mardi Gras and Celebration. They're like the same ship, so I can't really say which one's better. It's kind of like comes down to aesthetics, really. But Celebration's a better ship as far as things to do. Well, I would say as far as the food options, Celebration's better. But Horizon is a solid ship, so hey, Celebration is going to be probably a little bit more expensive than Horizon for a while. So if your budget is saying to go a little cheaper, Horizon's going to be a great pick for you. Not to say Horizon's cheap because it's not that much cheaper, but you know what I'm saying. Oh, Ty says, well, do you prefer Mardi Gras or Celebration? Oh, y'all come with the hard questions tonight. Well, I would say, oh goodness, I went on Mardi Gras twice, Celebration once. I think I like the options on Celebration better. I like the neighborhood options. Although I really, really like Little Italy on Mardi Gras, probably better than Miami, just because like it had like the Italian restaurant in there, so it all flowed together really nicely. But on Celebration, the Italian restaurant is in the Miami neighborhood, and so is the pizza, and they just call it Miami Slice instead of Capitano del whatever pizzeria. And I just feel like it just flowed better with the food options. I mean, the Miami Vice motif is really cool if you like that kind of thing, and like the flamingos to take pictures with is real cute too. But the little Fiat was so cute. Like but the utilization of space and the decor was better on Celebration for sure, and that's really all that separates them. Paul, yes you did. Paul is a best friend. Shout out to Paul, everybody. Give him a little hand clap. Best friend for life. Thank you for joining, Paul. I really appreciate that. Oh, I'm skipping ahead. Tandra says, "Hey, Paul, welcome back. See your besties. You are a full best friend because we see you, we remember you, we recognize you. We're happy that you're here, and that's what the Vacation Vibes family is about." January says, "I was on a Celebration, and for an inaugural cruise, I thought it was a little boring. Maybe I was expecting too much, plus I got sick." January, did I meet you in person? If I did, sorry, I don't remember. But you know what? I don't get to put like faces to names on the chat. So you're like one person in the chat to me, and I meet you guys in person, and I don't put it together for a minute that you're the same person. So I hope we met and got to hug and stuff. But it's interesting that you thought it was boring. Have you been on Mardi Gras? Because the thing that me and a few other vloggers, we kind of felt like, especially the ones that went on at Melon at Sea, we felt like we were just on the same, like we never left. It didn't feel new to us because it's so similar to Mardi Gras. And I'm sorry that you got sick. There was a couple of days, I would say, what was it, day 2? I think the morning time we were rocking quite a bit. Yeah, because we had gone, well, you guys are going to see in the next vlog. You'll see what we did, but we were rocking. And I think like the second to last day maybe was a little rocky too. Shania said, "I've been trying to join for a while, but can't figure out how on the app." I don't know. As far as I know, you just hit the join button. Oh Lord, we got the trolls. Hold on. Help, please. Moderators, are y'all on that? Because I can't do anything. So y'all must have already been on the trolls. Shout out to y'all. Anyway, all I know is that you hit join either on underneath the video or on the channel, but that I don't know. You just hit the join button. They think that you're like, and then they ask you to connect like your payment options. But I'm sorry. Hit me up later if you're still having trouble. Michael says, "Wait, I need to get an invite to your wedding." You better join the channel, Michael. Come on. You a real best friend, Michael. Why you ain't joined yet? Michael S says, "Hey, what's going on?" Rogan Richard or Richard? Hello. He says, "I am late to the stream. I saw you on stage. You are really a personal trainer. I saw you pick that girl up." Hey, Rogan, let's not drop any gems yet for the people who haven't seen the vlogs, okay? If you were on the cruise, y'all know, even if y'all just watch my videos, y'all know that when it comes time to do stuff on stage, your girl is never afraid. I will talk about that later on, though. We're not going to get to the on-stage moment yet. The rest of y'all are like, what? I want to know what happened. Why are you picking up people? I'll tell you about it later. We're going to get to My friend is over here. She over here just like, she wants to laugh out loud. You can laugh out loud. They know you're in the back now. It's fine. Paul says, got my Smirnoff and ready to go. There you go. Cheers to Paul. I have a blue moon. Cheers. Y'all know how it goes. Get your drinks, get your snacks. She's got a, what is that? A tequila and soda mango drink. I don't know. It's got tequila in it, so hey. Warehouse. Hey girl, hey, hi. What's going on? Alicia says, hey Vanessa and everyone. Everybody say hi to Alicia. Atandria says, same Shania. I can't find the join button to save my life. So, okay, one question. Are you on Android? Because that might make a difference. But two, maybe try it on the desktop if it's not working in the app. Or you can go to a browser on your app and go youtube.com instead of using the app. Go through the browser and see if it pops up for you there. We Trippin' says, I had a great birthday, almost to my 1,000 subs. Yay! So this birthday month has been great. Oh, I'm so happy to hear it. We Trippin'. It was his birthday about, 2 weeks ago? A week and a half ago? I think right before my trip. Amazing, and congrats, getting close to 1K. That first 1,000 subs is like such a journey. You like check that number every day, and it's just like you appreciate your first 1,000 subs like no other. I mean, I appreciate my first 10,000 like no other, but that first 1,000 is so important. So shout out to We Trippin'. You're welcome, darling. Warehouse says, our first live with you. Thanks for hosting. Looking forward to getting to know you. Oh, thanks. Welcome to the live. We just chit chat like friends here. They just want to know my business. That's all. They come here for the tea, which I got some hot tea for y'all tonight. K-Shell says, hey, y'all, like this video. Thank you, K-Shell 104. Definitely hit that thumbs up. That lets the other best friends know that we're live. It'll pop up on their home screens, and it will push the notifications through so that we can get everybody up in here and we can see everybody's opinion on about what's about to go on tonight. Because y'all know that what's better than me chatting is y'all in the chat. So the more people to give their opinions and to say crazy things, the more fun we gonna have, right? My cow says, I stop what I'm doing every time you go live. Oh, that's sweet. But, you know, hey, if you're doing stuff, you know, let me stop you. But, you know, I love to do Addie and Terry's live when I'm cooking dinner. And Parker's on the go, like, you know, getting ready at the end. They do, like, Thursday nights. So, you know, doing, like, my end of the night stuff, whatever. You know, get your stuff done. Trippin' Texan, what's up, y'all? Evening, everyone. How y'all doing over there? Nomi says, hi, Jen. Sorry, editing, not paying attention to the live chat. Noemi is doing Vlogmas, y'all. Ooh, Vlogmas is very hard to do. Putting out a video every day or close to every day is a trip. How's it going, Noemi? How's Vlogmas going? I did it years and years ago, and I ended up just doing 12 videos the first 12 days of December. I was like, y'all getting the 12 days of Christmas because y'all ain't getting no more out of me. Crazy. My channel was much smaller back then, so, I mean, I wasn't getting paid at all, so I was just like, this sucks. Paul said, you should join me on October, Virgin repositioning Barcelona to Miami. That would be really cute. I don't know, though, that transatlantic sailing is a little bit much for your girl. Just like the back-to-back-to-back-to-back-to day sea days. I need some land in my life. I have only been out to sea 2 consecutive days, and those were 2 long days for me. 1 day is fine. 2 days, you're like, all right. For me, anyway, that's how I feel. All right, everybody's saying hi to each other. Shania asked a great question. What ship is that that's doing the repositioning? I'm assuming you've already answered that. I'm coming. I'm catching up, y'all. Noemi says, don't worry, we'll jump on the celebration soon and change that experience. Yeah, we'll have to redo that trip for sure. Y'all know I asked Noemi to go on a celebration. She was one of the first people I asked, but she had already done a trip. She was booked on a cruise the week before the celebration, and she didn't want to leave her family for Thanksgiving, so that's why she did not go. Otherwise, you know she would have been up in there. Shantae says, what do you think is better, Mardi Gras or Celebration? I know there are sister ships, but if you have to pick. Excuse me, I answered this already, but I went with Celebration overall, I think, just off of the aesthetics and the how they utilize the space. Also, they have some extra shows there that were, I'm sure they're going to bring to the Mardi Gras, but the shows were better. Oh, boom. Answered already. Paul says Valiant, I think they're pretty much identical ships. Yeah. Valiant and Scarlet Lady are identical. I'm sure Resilient Lady and is it Brilliant Lady are also going to be identical. Warehouse says, how was the service overall? We have to remember it's an inaugural ship. With that being said, the service was still great. It was just a new crew. Well, the crew members are not new. They're actually like 5-star crew members. Anytime they have a new ship like that, they're going to pull from the best of the best from other ships. If you've been on Mardi Gras, you're going to get on there and you're going to see some of the same faces behind the bar, and you might see the same faces as waiters and stuff. They're pulling their best of the best to go on their best ships. But they still have to learn each other. They have to learn the new systems, new shows, new menus, all the things that's new on the ship. So for the first trip, it's going to be a little bit sketch in some places, but they're working very hard. They go through rigorous training, many trainings. Outside of what they actually do, they have to do safety trainings. They have to do trainings on this, all kinds of stuff. So give them grace on these early sailings, but it was good overall. There was maybe some wait times in the dining room, but that's not to be unexpected on an inaugural. Trey says traffic and parking was crazy. Absolutely was. The parking situation, we had 7 ships in port that day. I think that might be the reason why. Every single terminal I think had a ship in that particular day. I do know because of the naming ceremony, Celebration left a day later than it normally would. So our sailing was only 6 days. Every other sailing for Celebration is going to be 7 days. That name day that happened, that one day that they didn't sail between the transatlantic and our sailing, would have been a sail day for us. So in actuality, we would have left on Sunday, not Monday. That might change things. I don't know, but 7 ships in port. I think the parking decks just got really full. Also, our ship was sold out completely. So we had 6,000 plus people on board. That's a lot of cars that need to be parked there. So I think the people looking for parking is partially what backs it up. Also, the way that the terminal roadway loop through is made, and where Carnival's new terminal is a little bit of a cluster. So I think it was a perfect storm of everything happening all at once. That's what I think. I don't know for sure though. It's just what I've gathered from the information I've gotten. Gobelix Social says, hi, Edel here. Sorry, I don't know how to say your name. Found you watching Travel Spree and glad I did. Love your vibes. Oh, thank you. Travel Spree, that's my brother and my sis, Fan and Laura. If you don't know who they are, what are you doing? They're amazing. So glad to have pretty much collaborated with them for an entire week. But most importantly, getting to hang out with them is just always like cherished times. Whenever we can get together off of a ship, some of my favorite people to hang out with for sure. Paul says, yeah, that's what I just did. Green join button. Boom, see? Shaihova's in the house with his pineapple. Hey, Shaihova. Pineapple this direction, yes. Upright pineapples up in here. Hey, how you doing? Shai says the join button is non-existent from my end. That's weird. That's suspicious. It might just be the app. If you've tried other ways, I literally have no idea how else you can join, because it should be there. Either if it's not under this video, then it's going to be on the channel next to subscribe. Jen says, yeah, I feel like there needs to be a celebration do over all the besties. Aw, a little group cruise? Oh, that would be cute. I'll write that down. Okay. Tandri says, I don't have a join button. I think you meant either. Okay. Yeah, try, if you don't have an Apple, it might be because of that. Try it in the browser or try it on a desktop. Warehouse says, you had Laura sore AF. Yeah, Laura, as a little preview to this week's video, Laura and I and a few of the other ladies meet up in the gym and we do a workout. And all the girls, we worked hard for a whole hour, and it was such a good workout that once the hour was over, they were like, "That was an hour." So we had fun in the gym. I can't wait for you guys to see that. The bakery says no more Maddie. Stop laughing. Okay, well, your wish might be my command, okay? We're going to just roll by that. We'll get to the tea here in a second, y'all. Actually, let me check the likes, because you know how I like to do. If y'all want some tea, y'all got to give me them likes. We got 71 people on right now, it says. 38 likes. Make it make sense, besties. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Anyway, though, Shihova says, hit the dollar beside the chat box on the app to join. Boom. See if that works. I have no idea. I've never seen that dollar sign beside the chat box, so hopefully that works. J&B Odyssey is, hi, when's your next cruise? I'm thinking it's going to be in January. Not too far from now, but nothing is fully set in stone yet, so we'll see. Michael says, I've been seeing you on everyone's vlog, and I was getting mad that you was alone. Oh, I would go to war for you, my best friend. Oh, Michael, it's okay. I was never really alone because I did have 1,000 vloggers to hang out with, but I appreciate the sentiment. Pow Pow's in the house. Hey, Vanessa, good evening, boo. Hi, my Italian stallion. What's going on? January says, we crossed paths a couple of times during the picture and the couple dance. Okay, and getting off at Amber Cove. I'll be back on a celebration in January. One more try. Yeah, give it another try. I mean, I think it's worth it. Okay, so we did get to see each other. Amazing. Okay, we gotta take pictures next time. Guga Rob's in the house. Hey, Vanessa, it was great meeting you on a celebration, Rob. Oh, you guys were great. I loved hanging out with Guga late at night. Rob had a bedtime, bless him. But both of you guys were wonderful. I'm so glad I got to meet you guys. I am ready to indulge. And I need a Goobert. I personally need a Goobert. Thank you. I'll be getting one. Thanks. Goobert. They have this cute little crab, little stuffed crab named Goobert. Love it. Keisha Keish. Hi, what's going on? Hey, girl, and say hi to Keisha. Keisha's sleeping in the window, but, you know, she felt it. Google Rob said, that trip was definitely tripping. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Alicia says, I love the Melon at Sea Beyonce Cup It Challenge. I saw you in the front, girl. You know I gotta be in the front. I said, oh, y'all going upstairs? I'm gonna be right here, front center. Okay, cuff it. Ow. Keisha said, I was thinking about booking the square interior versus the traditional interior. Which layout did you like better and why? Great question. I prefer the square interior. It's a better use of space. Once again, the utilization of space is important to me. So you have more room to walk around. And the traditional interior is just like straight up and down. You gotta walk forward, you gotta walk backwards. That's it. Not a lot of room to turn around, especially in the XL class ships. The rooms are just smaller. The interior rooms are like shrinked in this way. If you remember when Deja and I did Mardi Gras during the inaugural season last year, our first room was an interior room, and it was stupid small. It was so bad I went to guest services and asked for a different room, and we ended up getting upgraded to a balcony for free, which is great. Anyway, it was stupid small, like nowhere to put our luggage small. The square is definitely a much better size and like format. You have space to move around. The closets are kind of out of the way. I like it better. If you can choose, get a square. Naomi says, Vlogmas kicked my butt the first day, but overall it's going, I hope you mean well. Hopefully the internet isn't super slow today. Fingers crossed for that. Fast internet for Naomi. Send her some good vibes. Yeah, Vlogmas is a butt kicker for sure. Paul says, I'm open for a group cruise. I think I'm the only guy here. You are not, Paul. We have other guys in the channel. Guys, say hello to Paul. We got Pow. We got Michael. We got Shy. We got all kinds of guys up in here. They are here. Shania says, I need to know how you ended up a solo cruiser. Oh. We gonna get to it. We gonna get to it. As soon as we get, are we at 50 likes yet? I think that's gonna be the threshold. 47 likes. Okay, 73 people in, 47 likes. We can do better than that. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. While we're waiting on those extra 3 likes, Jen said, oh, hell, it's Maddie in there. And she said, did you make up? No, Maddie is not here. Maddie is still, actually, she debarked from the ship this morning. She did actually, I don't know. It might be tomorrow morning, but like I said, it's a 7-day. I don't know. Maddie's still on the ship, though. She did it back-to-back. Noemi said, Jen, I doubt it. Oh. Michael said, my Italian stallion, wait a minute in my Kevin Hart voice. What did I miss? Pow Pow is from Italy. That's all that means. I don't got no stallion. He said, your Italian stallion is good. Thank you for asking, boo. What about you? You are on fire tonight. I'm good. Thanks for asking, Pow. No need to fight, boys. No. Noemi says, I think what makes it fun on cruising is if you get out of your comfort zone and do things you normally wouldn't. 100%. Absolutely. On Deck with CB says, square 100%. Boom. There you go, Keish. Trippin' Texan says, hello, Paul. See, there they go. There the guys go. Shy says, I'm a dude. Michael says, I'm a guy. See? You got the brotherhood in here. Keisha says, and I so do a group cruise. I know it'll be a good time. Guys, don't you worry. We're definitely gonna do a group cruise. Let's see. Oh, all the boys are saying hi. Love it. Atandria says, I hit the like as soon as I came in the room. My girl. We love it. We love it here when y'all are doing stuff like that. Pal says, you're not alone. Well, I'm an Italian stallion, but that's the same. Kyle says, hey, Paul, and hey, Vanessa. See, look at the guys. And here go we tripping. We at 50 like my ears are open. Uh-oh. Okay. On Deck with CB says, my husband says hello, Paul. See, we're going to have a great time on this future group cruise. I can't wait to plan it. 2023 is going to be the year of planning the group cruise for sure. Hopefully we get on a group cruise in 2023 as well. So we're going to make our way. Don't worry. I got y'all. I want to do it too. I'm excited. Kyle says, so down for a group cruise. Let's do it. See, y'all make it easy. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. It's just a matter of when, and I'll let y'all know. Crunk Popeye in the house. How the dude fell off the cruise last week. Shake my head. Asking the right questions. Thank you so much, Brandon. That's Brandon. He's also a dude. How did the guy... Okay. All right, listen. We want to get to the Maddie T. We're at 50 likes. But real quick, my opinion, if you've seen the video of the guy talking about how he fell off the cruise and what happened before his rescue and stuff, it sounds so made up. I'm not buying it for a second. I am not buying it for a second. So y'all watch that video. We'll talk about it later. But something is fishy. Something is fishy. Pal says, I was wondering where I missed. Keisha said, right. Come on, Maddie T. Hey, other Nessa. What's going on? And John, if John is there with you. Goblick Socials, we heard when he's with you when we saw how drained you were. It looked to me like the roommate situation didn't help. You need a more relaxing soul around in moments like that. Agreed. Screw it. Group cruise next weekend. Who's Paul? You taking us all? Oh, he said not buying it either. Oh, you saw the guy's video. See, I wasn't the only one who thought it was a bunch of bull. Okay. Y'all keep chatting. Google Ross said they're not buying it either. Wasn't it like real shady? Wasn't it really shady? Okay, we'll talk about it later. Okay, let's talk about the roommate situation. Hold on. My air conditioning is so loud. I gotta turn it off. Hold on. They're like, sit down and talk about the situation, doggone. Okay, all right. Okay, we're back. Okay. Let's start from the top. So, as you guys saw, and let me just start by saying, I'm not here to bash anybody or make anybody feel bad. It just is what it is. It's my experience, And unfortunately, because of how the vlog series progressed, I knew while I was on the ship that I was going to have to address it. And I've always been authentic with you guys, and straightforward. So, sorry, Paul. I meant the heat. It's not air conditioning. The heat is on. But I can see your chats on my TV screen and my own self. Shout out to that. So yeah, I just want to start off by saying I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm just telling the truth for the situation, at least my truth. How I saw things. Thank you, heating and air, for turning off. So, from the top, as you guys saw, Maddie was my roommate on this cruise. And as you guys are gathering, things did not go very well. Why they didn't go well, I really don't have a great answer for it. What's up, G? Welcome to the chat. G was a party on this cruise, but anyway, I'm not going to get off topic. Why things went left, I don't know, but they did. So, let me get a little bit more intimate here. So, as you guys saw on the first day, things started off already a little crazy. So, the whole point in Maddie coming with me, she is a former Carnival employee. Besides the fact that we have wanted to cruise together as both of us being guests since I first met her years ago on board, that was like a big thing for us. I also wanted her to be a part of the vlog series so that you guys could get like an insider experience being with a crew member, maybe some behind the scenes stuff, some cool, insights and like things that you wouldn't normally get from a regular cruise vlogger because we're not crew. So that was like the plan, and we talked about that. So we didn't really talk. We talked about like, are we gonna do excursions? Are we gonna do this? And it's kind of like, oh, we'll get to it, whatever. Like, we'll see what's available. It was like, no big deal kind of thing. Fine. That's kind of how I cruise anyway. I don't heavily book things on cruises unless I'm going for a specific reason. Like, if I'm going to try out the steakhouse, I'm going to make sure it's booked. I'm not going to like, well, hopefully it's booked when I get on board. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be intentional for some things, but really I cruise to just relax and have a good time and, not really think too hard about things. So, with all that being said, the first day, what I kind of I wasn't trying to vlog the drama, and really some things it didn't register as this is off. It was kind of like, it felt off in the moment, but I was just like, I don't know, first day, she's excited, whatever. She had a couple friends. It was a couple that cruised with her in the past that were coming on a cruise. I knew about them. And then the day before, she told me, oh my God, my ex-boyfriend is going to be on this cruise, he just told me. I was like, what? That's crazy. How did you find out? And she's like, oh, he just let me know. Apparently, when he found out I was going, he booked the cruise. Okay, that's all I knew. So I knew that this older couple was coming along that she's real close with. Of course, she had a bunch of the crew that she knew from over the years, worked with, whatever. And then this ex-boyfriend who I had the impression that she was trying to avoid him. I also had somebody I was trying to avoid on board. So I was like, me and you, girl, we're gonna survive this trip together, And so, that's how I thought it was gonna go. I'll meet her friends, she meets my vlogger friends. It's gonna be one big happy family sailing across the seas together. Well, first thing, she left me when it was time to go to the port. Actually, we had discussed going together. I mean, we were in the same cabin, so we had to check in together. But she decided to go early because the couple that she knew have diamond status. And so she went with them and checked in with them. They kind of slipped through with them, even though she does not have diamond status, and left me high and dry and never said a word to me. So when I was up and about that morning, our check-in wasn't until 10:30. I texted her around 10:30 and was like, hey, what's going on? Like, what's up? Like, what time are we doing A, B, and C? I wanted to get there early so I could, like, fly the drone or whatever before I got on board. She goes, oh, I'm already on the cruise. That was, like, strike one. Actually, to be honest with you, strike one was when I was in the live the night before, and she came in here and spilled the beans about her being my roommate, and she knew that was supposed to be a whole like surprise thing. That was strike one. But anyway, so strike two, she left me and went to the club without me. I'm reading. I cannot. I'm gonna get back to this. This is why I said the comments be wilder than me. Anyways, so that was strike two. Strike three. After I had gone through the whole sitting on the Miami streets for an hour in my Uber, who God bless his soul, I give him a nice tip after that. And having to get out with my 50-pound luggage and take it to the ship. I got on board and couldn't find her for like, I got on board, I want to say maybe like 1:30ish, and I didn't find her until after 4:30, after Sail Away had started, and I believe that was at 4:30. At first she wasn't answering her phone. Then it was, oh, I'm on the Lido deck. And I said, okay. So I went up there, looked around. Where are you? No answer. Looked around, decided I was hungry, ate a guy burger, which I didn't vlog because I was really so busy looking for her. I like inhaled it. Jen said, who's the roses for? I'll get to that in a second. And then I literally was just like, well, I don't know what else to do. Like, I didn't see any of the other vloggers yet. People were still trying to get on board. A few of them I knew were already on board, but I don't know where they were. So I literally walked the public decks. I walked 16, 17, went downstairs to 8, walked 8, downstairs to 7, walked 7, downstairs to 6, walked 6. Once I got to 6, I got to Latitude's bar. I saw Lauren Fain. They're like, we're going to go put our stuff down. We'll come back and have a drink. Cool. I text Maddie, I can't find you. She's like, oh, I just ordered some food on Lido. I'm like, where? Because I was looking for you. I was like, anyway, can you meet me at Latitude? She's like, yeah, I'll be on the way. She never shows up. I waited there for like 30 minutes or so. Ended up running into Sig. That's when you saw her in the video. She told me that there was a small creators mixer around the corner, so I went over there. Then the Melanin at Sea mixer was up on Lido deck, so I went up there. That's where you saw everybody with Melanin at Sea. Meanwhile, Maddie's still not answering the phone, not telling me where she's at, whatever. I'm like, cool, you know, it's like the first day, she's probably seeing people, like, I was chill. It just felt really off in my spirit, you know? And then, I mean, a real wild goose chase, just literally, and this ship is big. If you have not been on the EXO class ships on Carnival, I put in mileage that day. Your girl was tired. I'm glad my shirt was black because a girl was sweating. A girl was sweating right through it, and you couldn't tell because it was a black shirt. But when I tell you I was dead tired, and the whole time I still haven't had a drink. I didn't get a drink until the Melanin at Sea mixer, and that's only because the sweet bartenders that carry around like the little red drinks on the tray was like, you need a drink? I was like, absolutely I do. And I grabbed it and I was like, here's my card. See you later. And you want to know, he never even charged me for that drink, so bless his heart. Hope he didn't get in trouble for that. But anyway, so do the whole Melanin at Sea mixer, and then Sail Away starts. People are downstairs starting to do the YMCA, and that's when I spotted her. She finally appears. I was up on 17, looking down at 16, which is Lido, where the pool is, and I see her down there. So I run. Maddie! Oh my god! So excited to see her. Girlfriend is drunk. She is really toasty. She had a lot to drink in the short hours that she was on board. I mean, way more than you would normally have. I'm not going to put her all the way out there and tell you how much she had to drink, but it was a lot. And, yes. So, instead of like, okay, I'll get back to that. But after that, she came to Latitudes with Travel Spree, and we finally were able to get her drink. It was like everybody was in a cluster mode. Nothing was going to plan, so finally I was excited to have those shots with them. Those shots were very important to all of us, okay? Very important to all of us. But whole time, guys, whole time I'm sitting at the bar. You guys don't see this off camera, but Maddie's ex-boyfriend is sitting next to her at the bar with us at Latitudes. And I didn't put two and two together because she didn't introduce him as him. She said, oh, I just met him yesterday. I'm like, oh, that's weird. Y'all seem real chummy for just meeting yesterday. I was very confused. She was also very, very, very lit. So I don't even know if she knew what she was talking about at the time, but I didn't know that was him the whole time. He was just sitting there at the bar with me and our brother and sister, Lauren Fain. And also, it was kind of embarrassing because she was so drunk, and I was really excited for Lauren Fain to meet her and everything. They had already like followed her on Instagram and everything, and she was like really embarrassing. But anyway, so whole time while Laura Fain and I are taking the shots at Latitudes in the video, homeboy sitting right there. Oh, hi, Parker's on the go. Said drama. Yes, drama. I don't know if you guys were there when we talked about it. Not can you say this so I can watch it later on. Anyway, and sorry to people who know these people in real life. At this point, I've made peace with myself that I'm going to tell my story and I'm going to tell the truth. And if people are upset about it, then you can come see me. Whatever. So then after that, she decided she needed to go lay down. I said, thank the Lord. She went to go lay down. I went and hung with Lauren Fain a little bit longer, decided we're going to go have dinner at Pig and Anchor. I went to go get her for dinner. This was a couple of hours later, maybe. Let her sober up a little bit. She came for dinner. She was still a little toasty, but that's okay. And then after dinner, as you guys saw in the vlog, we went to the comedy show. That is basically the end of us like hanging out together. Me taking care of my drunk friend, who I couldn't find for hours, and I was exhausted. And I mean, y'all are honestly very lucky that you got any footage from the first day, because I had to audibly remind myself to vlog. If it wasn't for the other vloggers vlogging, I would have been like, oh, I should probably take my camera out and vlog, because I was just my brain was everywhere. We're so worried about everything. Okay, so that's just day one. Okay, so at the end of vlog number one, I say, find out how my cruise became a solo cruise all of a sudden. I'm not going to spoil the vlog, but we're going to talk about some things. I'm not going to talk about exactly what happened on that day yet, because it's going to be in the vlog on Thursday. That made it a solo cruise for me. But I'm going to outline the basic issues, and we'll revisit this story, and we'll talk about it some more in other lives you guys want to. But the flowers in our room were from her ex-boyfriend, okay? Instead of spending the time with me, as you know, you'd assume you spend with the person that you book a cruise with. Actually, honestly, I booked the cruise as a solo cruise to begin with. It was always supposed to be a solo cruise. I got a great rate on it. It was perfect as a solo cruise. I had actually asked her to go on Mardi Gras with me when I found out about Melon Sea months prior, before I even met Noemi, so Noemi, don't hate me. But I originally asked Maddie to go on Melon Sea with me because Mardi Gras was the last ship that she worked on. She quit. And I just thought it would be fun to go together. Hey, Travel Spree, what's going on, y'all? But she declined. She said it was too fresh. She didn't want to go. Okay. When I found out that when I booked, or was about to book Celebration, which was months earlier, I asked her then. I was like, hey, why don't we do the inaugural for Celebration? She declined that. She came back in August. We talked like, every couple of weeks or so. She lives in a different state when she's not on a ship or whatever, long distance friendship. And she's like, I want to go. This would be so fun, blah, blah, blah. And this was in August. So the ship wasn't sold out yet, but, she wanted to room with me then. Of course I'm excited. I'm like, heck yes, let's do it. You know, she pays me half for the room, and then we add her on, and boom, there it is. So I went from a solo to like this cruise, and that's when initially I talked about, you know, for the vlog series, it'd be great to have like a ex crew member spin on things and everything. So that's how we came about. Now, she told me, and now, okay, I said I'm here to tell the truth. I don't know if these things were factual, but after my whole like experience, here's what I think. I think when she decided to go on the cruise with me is when she actually found out her ex was coming on the cruise. She told me that she didn't know until the day before, a couple days before, or whatever. I think that's a total lie because she literally spent the entire time with him and chose him over me every single time. She also spent a lot of time with the couple that she came down to the cruise with, which is totally cool. Chelsea, did you mention the day one red flag before the cruise? I did. Yes, I did. About her not picking me up and all that. So when it came down to it, I did talk to her about this. I was like, hey, I was really looking forward to hanging out with you on this cruise, you know, as we have talked about this for literal years. And we didn't do anything together. We didn't do one excursion together. We did no more dinners after that dinner with Lauren Fain together. Not a drink at a bar, not a breakfast, not a lunch. Nothing. After that first day, and I never saw a sober Maddie the entire time besides in our room. I tried a couple of times to meet her wherever she was. I was like, what are you doing? I'll meet up with you. And I would show up and she would find an excuse to leave or disappear before I got there, things like that. And I don't know why she was doing that, to be honest with you. I don't know what the deal was. I think she really just wanted to spend time with her little ex and canoodle with him, but this didn't want to look crazy in front of me because, you know, she telling me that I don't know if the ex-man is watching, but she was telling me that she didn't want nothing to do with that, but it didn't seem like that at all to me. Anyhow, yeah, so as a result, all of my plans for this vlog series were crushed, and I pretty much had to start from scratch in the middle of the cruise. In the middle of my vlogging, I had to figure out, where is this story going? Because, you know, this cruise is fun and all, but it really was a business trip for me to create content for y'all. It really was. That y'all were my first priority. And then secondary was also seeing my vlogger friends. And then after that, I wouldn't have gone on this cruise. If it weren't for YouTube, I would have never been on this inaugural, to be honest with you. So it was very important to me to get good, you know, footage and have a good week. And, you know, things got kind of go to plan. And it was just falling apart. And I really was like a sourpuss. And, you know, shout out to all the people that I hung out with. Fan and Laura, Sid Cruiser, a.k.a. Cheryl, Addie and Terry, Danielle, the Jim Danielle Experience, See It With C, G, like anybody that I spent even a little bit of time with, y'all saved my cruise, because otherwise I was by myself. And I spent a lot of time in my room FaceTiming, and because I just like, you know, I didn't want to intrude on anybody else's plans. Like, that felt really awkward for me to be like, hey, so what are you guys doing for dinner? Because I don't want to go by myself. You know, there was like a night I didn't even go to dinner because I didn't have anybody to go with, and I was just not in the mood to like go to the main dining room or back to Cucina or whatever by myself, you know. I did have, my breakfast and lunches were by myself. Except for when I joined Travel Spree for breakfast one morning when I went live, and that like really sucked. You know, when you plan on having a solo cruise, it's very different than when you're ditched on a cruise and then you're left by yourself. Oh, Parker's on a go. Yes, I can't forget them either. So many people. Your favorite couple, hung out with them in Amber Cove. I mean, Rich and Jazz, everybody, anybody, so many lovely people. Guga and Rob, of course. Let me know who else I'm forgetting, but, so, like, all of your favorite vloggers, didn't even know that they came to my rescue. If it wasn't a vlogger cruise the way it was, it would have really, really sucked, and this vlog series probably would have not even happened. for sure. Anyhowsies, I went off on port twice by myself. Wait, let me think. Yeah, twice by myself. One time was really annoying. The other time was very dangerous. And we're going to talk about both of those ports by myself and what happened and maybe how they could have been improved if I went by myself. And yeah, that's what happened with this cruise and why it was the worst cruise I ever had. Like, it's not clickbait. It really was. With that being said, I still had a great time. I tell my clients all the time in my classes, like, be in control of your energy. You know, what's happening to you, you can't control. It's up to you to decide how your day goes from there. Control what you can control and clear out all the excess negative energy because it's out of your hands anyway. So that's kind of one of those situations where, you know, I was at one of the ports, I think in the Bahamas. I was by myself and I was just like really like upset about it. I was especially because how the whole me being by myself went on that morning. I'll get to that story later because that was really trifling. But I mean, there are stories I haven't told about this whole roommate situation that y'all are gonna be like ready to riot in the streets. Okay, my friends at home are ready to fight. Like, they're like, so what's her address? But we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. But I was sitting on the beach in the Bahamas, and I was really sad. And I was like, this is not how I wanted things to go. Like, I, you know, just really disappointed with the situation. And then I had to sit there and remember that I was on the beach in the Bahamas, and I was really sad. Like, what am I doing being sad in the Bahamas? Like, let's be happy. I'm in the Bahamas. I could be in 30-degree weather in Atlanta at work, you know, sweating my life away. You know what I'm saying? So I really had to change my attitude around. And then from then, I shout out to Google and Rock. Thank you so much. I had to like change my mindset around my situation and be like, you know what? I'm very thankful for where I'm at right now. I can be in the Bahamas. There's so many people who've never been to the Bahamas. And I can have the option of being sad in a foreign country. But you know what? I'm going to skip to my loo in this country by myself and have a great time. Google and Rob, thank you so much for this super chat. It says, the first time meeting you, I was in awe. You're so beautiful, and the dresses you wore were downright crazy gorgeous. Oh, thank you. Your personality is infectious. Glad we met you. Oh, thank you guys. You guys were wonderful. Oh, I really appreciate it. Thank you for supporting my channel like this. You are amazing. Thank you, thank you. I can't take full credit for my dress. I allowed people to style me this time. We'll get into that later. So, the upgraded outfits are shout out to them. Not so much me, but we enjoyed it. We enjoyed it. Y'all were giving me all the praise for them dresses. I was feeling myself. That was a highlight of my trip too. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. Let me get into the chat. Oh my gosh, y'all have been blowing it up since we started story time. On deck with CB said, unless you're taking straight up shots of drinks for a week. Agreed. G-Fuzz, period, poo. John says, yeah, Shorty was drunk. Surprised she even made it in the vlog. There was a lot that I had to cut out of that vlog. That vlog could have been 30 minutes, but it wasn't going to be because it was just not internet worthy. Keisha says, what we not going to do is babysit a grown woman while on vacation. Period. Okay. Attorney says that X would have had to do it because I didn't sign up to take care of nobody, especially. Do you want to know? Okay, no, we're not going to get into it. No, we said X. I'm saying X giving you fire. Oh, Joe's Bree up in here. Hi, Auntie. Happy you made it as well. I saw you in Fab Your Lives is live. Guru says, hiya to Travel Spree. I am Sin says, this was a setup. She had no intention of hanging out with you. Shaking my head. I agree. Unfortunately, I agree. I think when you had an opportunity to go on a cruise for super cheap, a cruise that was selling out, you took it, right? Shania said, I'll for here we go at. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know which one was which, you know what I'm saying? D-Nice says, hey, what up? Been loving the videos lately. Can't wait to see the celebration vlogs. I'm salty I missed celebration. I was looking for you and your energy. You were missed for sure. Let's see. Shantae says, that is not your friend. You know what? I've had to sit back and question. You think you know somebody after about 3 years? You know, Parker on the go said, boo! That sucks. I agree, Parkers, but see, y'all came to the rescue too. Didn't even know it. Love y'all. Parker's gonna go on my new like cousins. Okay, I love them. If you don't know them, go check out their videos. Okay. Keisha says, "No, after the first day, that would have told me everything I needed to know about how the trip was gonna go." Honestly, I think I was just like so like I have never known her to be like this. So after the first day, I was like, that was weird, but I really expected it to improve. After maybe like day 3, I was like, now wait a minute. I ain't never seen you act like this. Like for real. I was really and I kept giving her chances because I know that when I am done with somebody, it's gonna get ugly. And not like I'm gonna like be violent or anything. It's just that when I'm done, it's gonna be very uncomfortable to be around me because I'm gonna let you know that I'm done. I'm not gonna do passive aggressive. I'm aggressive aggressive. I'll be like, I don't like you, and here are the reasons why. You still want to stay in this room with me? And that's pretty much what happened. Authentically, Kyle says, wow, she really just used you to be her ex. Trash. Allie says, I would think she was embarrassed. Maybe that's why she was avoiding you. I don't, you know, that is a plausible thing. I don't know. That could totally be it. Maybe she was embarrassed that she was running around with this guy after she told me what she told me about. I don't know, but that's really kind of like, grow up, if you ask me. Keisha said, thanks for splitting the cost of the room. I mean, honestly, that was great. Thank you. That's what I think too, Allie B. I think that she did use me to get all the shit. I mean, I don't know. Sandra says, I wouldn't be bothered trying to hang out with her if it was bringing you down. Yeah, that's pretty much where I landed. Probably after, like, the second day. Dre and Chan TV, hi guys, says, so sorry this happened to you, V. Oh, it's okay. Paul says, what other cruise vloggers did you meet? All the people that I named earlier. So many people, some new people. Oh my gosh. So many. Endless Cruises. I don't think I mentioned them yet. I met them. MH Family Adventures. Is that their... Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on their channel name. Who else? Oh gosh, so many, so many people who I never even talked to were walking around with cameras. Like everywhere you turn around, somebody was like, "Welcome back to my channel." Like it was kind of strange. Keisha said, too many other friends and vlog ownership to be worried about Maddie. Bye, Felicia. Pretty much. D-Nice says she's not your friend. She's sideways. That's a no-go. Bink. Right. Jen says, pick a member, me, and go on Jubilee and show us the ropes and how to cruise the Vacation Vibes way. I'll book it right now. You know, I love that idea. I think that idea is going to be in the works for 2023, so stay tuned. Parker's on a go says, it was great to get a chance to hang out with you a little bit. Sorry about your bad time. It was great to hang out with you guys, like, all as much as we did. We had a fantastic time together. The little bad time was well overshadowed by the good time I had with you guys and everybody else. Panna Marina says, hi Vanessa, enjoy your vlogs. Thank you. Super KB said, facts, Jen. Google Rob says, the first time meeting you oh, we already read this, but thank you very, very much, guys. Y'all are so sweet. Jerry says, damn, I know. Oh, Jonathan said, I think Young Dro said it best at FDB. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. If you know, you know. Michael said, yes to that part. He want to be on that Vacation Vibes trip too. Game Changer says, I am happy the real family was there for you. Me too, honestly. Like, second time being on a cruise with everybody, and it does feel like a family every time. Oh, I can't put that on screen, Paul, but I feel you. I feel your sentiments. D9 says, "Ain't no such thing as a solo cruise. You always gonna make friends and acquaintances." That's true, and I did make other friends outside of people that we already know on a cruise. A couple new friends. Shout out to them. John said, "Chasing a man, shake my head." Like, girls, lessons are to be learned here. We don't chase them. We don't do that. Lessons are to be learned, okay? And you don't dish your friend for one either. If your friend and your man ain't getting along or they don't vibe, maybe it's a sign. I don't know. Jen says it was cool to see everyone together again. Oh yes, it was even cooler being there. Kyle says absolutely protect your peace at all costs. Yes, 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 yes. Johnson said, I can't say what I want to say in a G-Reddit chat. Don't kick me, V. Keep it cute now. Keep it cute. Keisha says, we ready to riot now. Uh-oh. See, y'all know y'all been hyphy in the DMs, okay? Y'all been crunk up in here. Michael says, oh, I'm ready to go to war for you. Oh, Six says, hello from the wonder of the seas. You guys got on board today? I hear that Cullen from Griff and Alyssa and Griff and Alyssa is also on there. So if you see him, tell him I said hi. Oh, great. Love it. Love it, love it. Oh, so many chats. Jen says, Bessie, let's go, using her Bestie emoji that she only has access from because she is a channel member, and you get cute emojis like this that you only get access to if you're a member. Game Changer says, a lot. I am so happy I was not there. Oh, Auntie. Oh, we would have had a powwow if you were on board. I would have went straight to Auntie. Auntie! Guess what happened, Auntie? Oh. Jen says, yeah, from what we've seen, you handled the situation really well. I tried. And I tried to hide it from the vlog, but I can't hide nothing on my face, first of all. And two, it was affecting me so much that I didn't even vlog one of the days. So, I mean, it was nothing to see. You didn't miss anything. I did get footage from that day. I'm trying to figure out what to do with that day of footage, because the footage I did get was cute. But anyway, yeah, I was like, I'm gonna have to address it because this vlog is dead in the water if I don't. Paul says, if your dad, she wins. I'm lost on that one. We're gonna come back to that one. No, Noemi says, did you see Flavor Flav? I did not see Flav. I avoided that whole little part of the beach. If you know what we're talking about, you know. If you don't know, you're gonna go back and watch the Melanin at Sea when we stopped in Nassau and went to Senior Frogs, and we had a very drunk day, Noemi and I. But Flavor Flav, I did not see him, thank the Lord. Your favorite couple? Hi, Francis. Sorry about your experience. It was great hanging with you in Amber Cove. Yes. So fun. Actually, I need to check and see if that video had downloaded. They sent me some footage from that day, and I've been having the hardest time downloading it, so hopefully it did. Oh, sad! Oh! He said, wait, let me go back to the comment. If you're sad, she wins. Oh, that's true. That's true. Keisha says, thank you for sharing the story. I have to hop off for the Cowboys game. Oh, go boys. I don't know what Cowboys fans do. Yeehaw! I should know because I grew up with a Cowboys fan as a father, but here we go. Mike said, she lucky that all of us wasn't there because he definitely would have had to protect you at all costs. Oh, y'all made me feel so good. Sorry. Naomi says, people come and go in her lives, which is okay. She's going to miss out on a good friend, and that's on her. And see, that's the message right there. Unfortunately, I think she's gonna miss out on a good friend if that's what she chose for this person. Because I'm telling you what, he and her ain't gonna make it that far. Anyway, I'm saying what. G said Ashley said she sure didn't have Thanksgiving dinner with you because she told the ex and other older couple at the dinner table because we sat right next to them. By the way, who didn't want to hang out with Nessa? So, okay, let's talk. Okay, we're not there yet in the vlog series, but since G brought it up, Thanksgiving dinner, we did not have it together. Awkwardly enough, we sat across from each other, though. She went off to dinner, didn't tell me she was going to dinner, didn't invite me to dinner. She went with the older couple and the ex. I was there with my vlogger friends. And G and Ashley were over there as well. I think seated next to them. How awkward. I think Fane said that. He was like, it's so awkward that she's sitting like right there. Like literally the little aisle that they walked through to serve you. She was over here. We were over here. Ciao, please. Kyle said, even if she was going through something as a friend, you should have, she should have came to you and talked about it. That's what adults do. Bingo. Either way, her intentions were very misplaced and foul. I don't like that. Neither do I. Diane Lee, hi, says, sorry about your experience. Oh, thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Parker said, you're right, MH Family Adventures. Thank you. The bakery says, seeing you all walk around with cameras does look weird. This guy came and talked to me. Was it in the club or at the bar? I don't know. Some guy was just like, all these people walking around with these cameras is like really weird. And like, what do they think they're doing? Like, are they supposed to be like vlogging and stuff? And I was like, yeah, they're vloggers. He goes, I don't understand what they're like. That is so weird to me. I was like, yeah. And I just like picked up my camera. I was like, yeah, it is weird. It was like, oh, not you too. I was like, yeah, it's like, it's kind of a job for some of us. And some of us, we just like to, have our family vacations forever. And sometimes it will be a job for us in the future. Dania NG 1000 says, our inaugural / maiden voyage sailings mostly cruise vloggers. No, there is probably in grand total, I don't know, maybe 50 channels, and there was 6,000 people on board. So no, we are a very small majority, but you will notice us with our giant fluffy cameras walking around. But it's not like we're like, hey everybody, we're vlogging right now, get out of my way. Like you probably won't even notice most vloggers. Some of us, I mean, I have a big personality. You're probably going to notice me. You're going to notice Fane with his blue hair. You're gonna notice certain people. You're gonna notice Rich and Jazz in their matching outfits, like, whatever. But it's not like you're gonna feel out of place because you're not a vlogger. We will always feel like we're the ones out of place. Sig says, yes, I saw Cullen's blog too. Haven't seen him, but will gladly say hello if I run across him. Thanks, Sig. Jen said, if you can't find the join button, try accessing YouTube from your phone's web browser. Thank you. Thank you. Micah said, not yeehaw. Paul says, best therapy session for you ever. This has been a therapeutic session for me. I was very excited to talk to you guys after the cruise, so I'm happy the live time for live definitely came. I could have put out a vlog today and then did live, but I was like, this live is important. We just need to get down to brass tacks and talk about it. Okay, let's see where we're at. 117 viewers, 89 likes, and make that make sense, besties. Make it make sense. Thank you to everybody who liked the video. You helped the other besties find the live, so that's amazing. Stefan, I don't know, says, in the words of Kendrick, we gonna be all right. Hey, okay. I just said, what? She said, how this didn't end in a cruise ship fight, I don't know. Ciao, because I didn't want to. That's all. The Fab Your Life says, just got on, missed the story, but sorry you had to deal with drama during your cruise. Oh, it's okay, guys. I think Fabiola, I think we might have talked about it. I'm trying to remember. No, you might not have been there. I talked about it with a few people though, but either you can watch it live or we can text about it, whatever. But love them, moving on and staying positive energy. Always. Always. Atandri says, growth in knowing you have to keep it classy with that many cameras around. Okay, now that's real. I can't act like how I'll be wanting to act in these streets because I'm a vlogger now. I have to get right sometimes. I be forgetting that some of y'all be walking around knowing me. Okay. And I gotta keep it together. Mel on a Move says, hello. Hi. Welcome to the chat. We Trippin' says, definitely a great live while I make Italian food. Ooh, what you cooking over there? What you cooking? Kyle says, it's always good to get it out. No internalizing bad energy. Release the Maddie person. Release. Let it go. Diane says, leaving you by yourself on Thanksgiving. Oh, she's trash. You know what? Like, it was Thanksgiving, and she did leave me by. That is actually true. You have a point, Diane. In the moment, I guess because it didn't really feel like Thanksgiving because I was on a cruise, it wasn't like that big of a deal to me. But after the Thanksgiving dinner was like all said and done, I was like, we couldn't even do Thanksgiving dinner together. Like, our dining reservations already come together. Like, you had to separate that on purpose. Like, that's crazy. Bakery said, hypothetically, if I had a balcony room, could I smoke a cigar without any problems? No, you cannot smoke on your balcony. That will get you either highly fined or in big, big trouble, maybe kicked out. Don't do that. There are designated smoking areas on certain decks on the ship. You can smoke in the casino during certain times, I think now. And there's a whole deck, a large deck. Actually, I think there's a couple of them on Celebration. I think it's like one side of the ship is like is smoking, the other side is non-smoking. In the public decks. So we went and had cigars. Sharon and I went and had a cigar lesson from Terry, and that was at the 820 bar on Celebration, which is the same as Bar De La Rosa on Mardi Gras, and it's the outside area, and we had cigars out there with him, and that was great. And it comes complete with like the nice ashtrays and stuff, so it's a convenient place, and everybody's out there like just kicking back, being cool. Ali said, I hope she gave you the time to at least air your frustrations to her. When I did talk to her, it was via text message, because that's the only time I had to talk to her. Bo says, I know you had a rough boarding day to the celebration, but I just want to say thank you for still making a video. I enjoy watching your channel. Thank you so much. Of course, I'm going to do, like I said, it was a business trip for me. I was there to work and get this content out for you. So, and it did help, especially when I had to get out the car and walk. I was like, I got to talk to somebody about this. So, bloop, here comes the camera. Mate and I says, hello, vacation vibes in chat. Hi, everybody say hello. Jen says, I've seen a few vloggers say that the balconies have no privacy. They're tiered, so you can see down to the one below. For the balcony that Noemi and I had in the aft, it was definitely the case. It was a huge tier. You could just look down and be in everybody's business. And you could just crane your head around and look in the balcony next door. I don't know if that's true for all of the balconies. I think Cove balconies, like Fan and Laura had one, if you check out their video, is probably the most private. Noemi says the fine is $500. I believe you're right. Jen says I'll try and find the blog. Yes. USD to be. Yes, USD. Okay. Woo! I made it through the chat, y'all. I made it through the chat. Yeah, so that was a drama. It was good to rehash that with you all and get your reactions on it. But, oh, we got some more questions popping up. But, yeah, overall, I think I made the best of it. I had to pivot. I'm editing the next few vlogs, actually all of them kind of at the same time, because I usually vlog one day at a time. I don't skip ahead. The only time I skip ahead is to make the channel intro. Even my channel intro for this time is kind of weird. It's usually like highlights of things that I did to kind of give you guys a teaser what to expect in the series. This one was less of a teaser, more of a just like, here goes celebration, get excited, because I feel like I didn't get to capture that many like pop out, standout moments. Because either I was by myself and it's really hard to film yourself in those kinds of moments, or two, I just didn't have them to share. I did do a few new things. That was kind of what my pivot turned out to be. Once I realized like I gotta make something shake on my own, I jumped outside of my comfort zone a couple times. Y'all know what I don't like to do, and I did those things. Just so I can give you new experiences on my vlog that I've never ever done before at these cruise ports. So you can look forward to seeing me try new scary things for the sake of having content. You can see the things that happened to me that I didn't like that happened. After a while, I was just kind of like F it mode. I'm like, you know what? This is going to be in the vlog too. Open up the camera. Let's go. You're going to see especially like the dangerous outing I had on my own. That was heavily documented because honestly, as like a safety mechanism, I felt like filming myself was going to give me a little bit more protection. There's a lot. So while this vlog is going to take like a weird turn some way down the line, I still have some really fun moments. Classic vacation vibes, going out there and acting up. Y'all gonna see me act up. But there's just gonna be like some new stuff too. And lots of vlogger friends to see and see me interact with. So yeah, that's what's coming up in the next few weeks. Dania says, was she like better Mardi Gras celebration? I answered this earlier, but short form, I chose celebration. Jen says, does she know that you spilled the tea? I'm thinking no, because she's been on the ship this whole time. Probably not. I haven't spoken to her except to ask her a question about something else that was trifling. We'll get to that later, but yeah, she probably doesn't know. She probably didn't even watch the channel, to be honest with you. Bo says, I was like, who's Ashley? That is G's partner. Is that what I should say? Shania says, wait, I think you answered this already, but who ended up leaving the stateroom? Where did old girl go? You're gonna have to find out, Shania. I told the basis of the story, but all the little details you're gonna have to find out from the vlog. Yeah. Can't give it all away. I have to keep a little bit to the imagination. Yeah. Okay, I'm about to get off of here. You guys have like 5 minutes. 5 minutes, get your last little questions out. Because I kind of just want to watch a movie and I want to like de-stress. And I have so many texts and DMs from the vlogger friends. Y'all are so cute. So that I need to get and talk to you guys. So, how many likes do we have? We have 105 likes, 110 people watching. Shout out to you guys. You love to see it. You love to see it. Thank you so much for coming in tonight. Y'all really wanted the tea. See, I know my people. Gwen says, make sure you like and subscribe. I'm an oldie but newbie. Thank you, Gwen. Yes, please. You've all pretty much liked this video. This live. So thank you to everybody who's been in here watching for liking the video. I hope you guys are all subscribed. That'd be crazy. If you're not subscribed, welcome to Vacation Vibes. We are all family here. We are friends. Thank you, Michael, for saying that. It's going to get to my next thing. Shania says, all good notifications been on. Hello. I know that about you, girl. Bo says, I just hit the like. Thank you. Waitress says, I really hope we meet up on any upcoming cruises. Well, if you're a best friend, as soon as I have my next dates and my next cruise booked, you guys are going to be the first to know. And it could be this week. I believe this week we're going to have a cruise announcement, my next one. So become a member. Michael says, I need a Vacation Vibes hoodie. You guys love the Vacation Vibes shirts. I was hoping, it was kind of like a soft launch. It was like, let me just see what happens. Let me get this. I just have one for myself. I was like, if they like this design, then I'm going to have to make a few more. So shout out to y'all. If y'all like the Vacation Vibes shirts, y'all want a hoodie. I guess Mike wants a hoodie. Let me know. Merch will be a 2023 project for me. It's something that I want to launch at the 20,000 mark. We are cruising in 11,000s right now. Cruising right through. And honestly, it's really hard to gauge when numbers will come for you on YouTube. Very hard to gauge. Shout out to Fan and Laura. They hit 15,000 one week, and we're at 16,000 the next week. That's crazy. But totally deserved, of course. But, who would have thought that they just boop, boop, pop up like that? So I could be at 20,000 in a month. Who knows? Or it could take me like 2 years. Now, like I said, it's a 2023 project, so hopefully next year it will be fully out. But I do want to reserve that for a 20,000 subscriber mark to release merch. So But those shirts, if you like them, they are super cute. And because my channel is kind of, it's not like a super personal name to me, you can wear that shirt and have vacation vibes, and it can mean whatever it wants to mean to you. So it's not like you're wearing necessarily my branding on you, even though you are. But if you're on vacation vibes, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Stefan or Steven says, have you watched Wednesday on Netflix yet? I have not. Should I? I heard it's good. Actually said, partner though, I don't know. I don't know what you call each other. January says, I hope your next cruise will be better. Maybe you'll be on Celebration in January. Perhaps. I don't know, January. We'll have to see. Auntie said, question, may I have your red dress? Listen, I might have to sell the red dress too, because y'all was loving that red dress. No siege way? No siege way? No siege way? I don't know, baby. I'm so sorry. You have a beautiful ethnic name, and I do not want to ruin it. Said, you know us so well. We extra nosy, and of course you came with juice. You know I always do. Listen, ain't no clickbait on this channel. If I tell you something done went down, something done went down. And Terry said, there is always something going on when vacation vibes around. I'm like, I know. I don't ask for this. Because we had some other, outside of Maddie, we had some creepazoids on the cruise ship. They had to save my life, y'all. I'm not playing. I'm going to tell that story later on, too. Jen says, I want to know what Ashley thinks about all this. Ashley, would you like to tell us what you think about all this? Because you're a part of the conversation, too, babes. On Deck with CB says, Wednesday's on Netflix. It's amazing. I've heard great things about that. If you don't know, Wednesday is about Wednesday from the Addams Family. It looks like it's a good series, so I'm going to have to get into that. Bo says, my next one is January 28th out of LA. How fly would it be to be wearing a Vacation Vibe shirt on that cruise? Okay, Bo, don't rush me. He said, January 28th, you got to get these shirts out today. Okay. It would be dope if you had that shirt on that cruise. So, hey, maybe work something out. We'll see. Kyle says, watching Wednesday now, it's good. Okay, all right, we'll put it on my list. I was going to watch it anyway, I'm sure, but I just wanted to hear what you guys thought. I gotta ask the besties first. G, what does Ashley think? We would like to know. The people need to know. And then you let me know what you call Ashley. I don't know. Because I don't know. I never got that clarification when I met y'all. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have a drink. My friend is over here crying. See, she gets the live vacation vibes all day, every day. We just had like Taco Sunday together and stuff. I was like, I'm about to go live. You can sit here and be comfortable. There's been a couple times where I've had friends in the background while I was live. You guys met the friends in Miami. And they just be like, strange bird. Nika says, you have a great neutral name that people can actually wear. Exactly. When I came up with Vacation Vibes as my new brand, because my YouTube name, if you don't know, if you're newer here, it used to be my name. It used to be Vanessa Elise. When I was thinking ahead, thinking about merch, I was like, it'd be really weird to have complete strangers walking around with a shirt with my name on it. And then again, why would they want to buy that? Like, that's weird. So I knew I needed a neutral name that people would want to wear and could spin it in many different ways and have really cute sayings and stuff like that. So that was the thinking behind having a name like Vacation Vibes. Yeah, there's so many cute ways to like spin my brand. Bo is cracking up because he's like, ha ha ha, but no, for real, give me that shirt though. Ashley says she wasn't your friend. She had no plan to hang out with you. Oh, Ashley, cut deep, tell the truth. Yeah. I would say this. I think that she and I had a friendship for these years. There's been definitely many times where we've been there for each other as friends do. I don't believe she's always of bad intention. And, you know, it's really hard for me to even really say that she was of bad intention this time around. I think that her intentions caught up with her in an ugly way. I'll say that. Because the person that I've known this whole time, I have a really, really hard time believing that um it was a facade. Like, I've dealt with that kind of personality type before. I have an ex-boyfriend that y'all were like this close to meeting last year. That was a textbook narcissist, and having to deal with kind of like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, or Dr. Hyde, Mr. Jekyll. I don't know which way that goes. Either way, having to deal with the Gemini. I'm just kidding. Sorry, Gemini. I'm kidding. He was a Pisces. But the two-faced kind of aspect, I know what that's like, and I won't say that she's that, but the whole situation was just completely not friend-like. I agree there. Belle says, "Is old girl that was hanging with you that kept sticking her tongue?" Yes, 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 yes. Okay, guys. So many comments about the tongues out. I don't know. I don't know. I cut out many tongues in the editing floor, okay? Tongues everywhere. Tongue over there, over here, and over there. There was still like 11 tongues in the video after it was all said and done. I think she was just toasty. She's just having a great embarkation day. That's all I can say about that. She said she wanted to spend time with her family on Thanksgiving. Well, I wasn't her family, so yeah. Did you guys actually ask her why I wasn't at dinner with her? Did y'all like ask her that? Because if you did, that's hilarious. Hilarious. Because if you want the real tea, she only dated that boy for 3 months before they broke up. I know. All this for a 3-month situation. Crazy. Ridiculous, actually. But anyhow, okay, we're not gonna spend no more time on this. It is 8:47. I was trying to get off at 8:45. We're gonna wrap this up. Michael says vacations always seem to reveal where friendships and relationships stand. That is true. I decided to break up with how many boyfriends? I would say one boyfriend. I decided to break up with him on a cruise. My very first Royal Caribbean cruise is when I realized that he was not the person for me, and we broke up maybe like a month later. It was really heartbreaking with him because I like him to this day. We're friends. But we just weren't for each other. My other ex, we went on a cruise together after we broke up, and that really solidified that I was really sick of him. So it will solidify some things for you. Shania says, "Yeah, I was watching the vlog again for like the third time for internet purposes, for research purposes, and was thinking this woman is slosh." She was, absolutely. G said, "We had fun with you at the Evolution party." Yes, y'all gonna see G at the Evolution party, okay? I'll be sure to put in the video. Here you go, G. G from the chat. G, are you starting a YouTube channel? Because I saw you vlogging, so tell the people if you want to tell the people. But I'm just asking. I don't know. Didn't want to put anything out there that anyway. Okay, guys. So fun to talk to you guys. The next vlog will be out, on Thursday. You can look for the vlogs one time a week right now. My weekly schedule is bonkers right now. So one video is pretty much all I can responsibly get out. If I can get more than one out, I will. Channel members, you guys are going to get certain clips from the video in their entirety. Instead of getting the clip that I put in the vlog, you'll get entire sections that are uncut, or, you'll get the full tea behind it in the members only. This month as well, I have a couple of those videos for you. Nothing like juicy. Well, The first one isn't necessarily juicy. It's just a little, you get a little extra adventure with me. The second one might be a little juicy though. Michael said, what about the guy who went overboard? We talked about him a little bit. I don't believe a word he said in his interview. Go watch the interview he had with, like, I don't know, Good Morning America or something. I don't know. He said he don't know how he fell off. He blacked out. He took off his clothes. He floated in there. And he said he don't even float. He said he was drunk and floating in the water. He woke up in the water. After a few minutes, how long you was floating for if you was blacked out? I don't know. He said that sharks came after him and he got away from him. They didn't need him. And then he said that he ate some bamboo floating by in the Atlantic Ocean. All kinds of stuff. It was nuts. Watch his interview. I think it's full. I think he's full of it. I think he just likes the attention. I don't know how he got in the water. I would like to know how he got in the water. I think he's not saying it because he wants to sue Carnival for a bunch of money as if it was their fault when it's probably his fault. Because they have said they didn't have footage of him getting off the ship, which I'm surprised about because there's cameras everywhere. But neither here nor there. I don't buy it for a second. I think it's full of it. That's what I think about the guy who fell off the ship. But it wasn't on my ship. It was on Carnival Valor for research purposes. Dash Deja. Yes, that's Deja saying. Says, love you, baby girl. Positive vibes always make life amazing. I agree. Love you too, Auntie. G says, hey, enjoy your night and your week. We love you. Love y'all too. Be blessed. You too. Ali says he added today jellyfish are on him. I can't. Get him out of here. I cannot. Like, I have stopped clicking on stuff after watch that interview. Now I'm going to have to go see, not the jellyfish. Not the jellyfish, sir. I cannot. Shania says, where can I find this interview? It's on YouTube. That's where I saw it. Just look for the God, what do you say? Man Overboard Speaks Out or something. I don't know. 15 Minutes of Fame. Yeah, exactly. Shania on Good Morning America. There you go. On GMA. All right, guys. We are done. We are done here. Thank you so much for joining us. Joining me, I should say, and everybody else in the chat. Y'all were a lot of fun tonight to talk to. I feel much better. The story doesn't end here. There's so much more to go. There's so much vlog, so many other details you guys got to see, things I haven't told you about yet. I'll be back next week for another live. I'll be live with Sig next week as well. I'll be on her channel at 3:30 on the 11th, so be sure to check that out on Sig Cruiser's channel. And I'll be back to talk to you guys about more stuff after we see vlog number 2. G says, people are in your life for a season. Her season is over. I agree. Michael says, love you, Bessie. Have a great week. Blondie says, oh no, I missed it. Oh no, Blondie. Catch the replay. Yes. Have an amazing night. You too, Blondie. And with that being said, outro coming in. Bye, guys.